one of the most important things to understand about Stan, which I've been understanding more and more. It's taken me many years to process all the experiences I had with Stan Getz over a couple decades. But one of the greatest lessons I learned in working with a lot of people like him, but he was almost the apotheosis of this kind of syndrome, is he was a player. But we have to look at the word player and the experience of playing. We play this music, and Stan was a supremely gifted player, but there are positive and negative sides of that experience. And one of the things about being a player, which we still experience in players today and through time immortal, is that players, they only love you when they're playing. And as the lyrics of a pop tune go, but they play with their own happiness and their own joys and their own lives, and sometimes that's one of the most. It can be a source of great inspiration and great art and great life experiences, but it can also be sow the seeds of great unhappiness and self-destruction. So one of the things that Monica was talking about, testing, he would test himself and test his own happiness. It was like he never could just accept being totally happy. So somehow there are seeds in there of self-destructiveness that they get manifest and are always knocking on the door of the happiness and asking you to come outside and play. So being a player is a double-edged sword. It can be it's part of being a great artist, because all great artists are great players in a cosmic sense. But you also get to the point where you believe that you're above certain laws that govern other people, and that those laws don't, those rules, those guidelines, those norms don't apply to you. So you're imbuing yourself with this feeling that you're above it all. So you play with your own life, and no matter what kind of levels of joy and satisfaction and success you achieve in your life, you're always one step away from falling off the rainbow. That's always a possibility, and that's one of the double-edged swords that I've always felt was operative in the arts, that you have these great joys, but you have, there's a pendulum between these great joys and great sadness, and they're interrelated, and they're part of the same continuum, but those swings are more severe as you get into more artistic personalities. But the main thing I was trying to communicate was the sense that playing can be felt and seen and understood on very many levels, and a lot of great players also feel that they constantly feel the compulsion to play with their own joys and their own stabilities, and the source. It's like they don't totally accept the fact that they're happy, and they want to challenge their own happiness by doing things that put their own sense of happiness and their own sense of stability under great tests and sometimes in great danger.
Was he the Adonis of his time?
No.
No.
That was your line.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He might have seemed to him at the time.
Just at the peak, Adonis. Stan Getz, riff on that. If not, I mean, that in our radio interview you mentioned he was the Adonis of his time.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what mind. I don't know what mindset I had. I used that Greek character about what. I mean, I think he was a matinee idol. I mean,
let's be real about it. He was a Beatle.
Yeah, he was a matinee idol.
A matinee idol.
Yeah, he was a matinee idol. He was got kind of a Frank Sinatra of the tenor saxophone, but I don't. I think my choice of the word Adonis is that I wouldn't live by that one. I mean, I wouldn't live and die by that illusion, because I don't know if Adonis is the right Greek character for him. And